after serving the Palominas, Hereford area for 35 years, it is the final weekend that Morningstar Cafe will be open. And we had to make sure that you understood the story, the legacy, the wonder behind this amazing place here on this episode of Someone You Should Know with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by the Morse Automotive Group. Sierra Vista, Palominas, Hereford, Cochise County is backed by Morse here at Morningstar Cafe. John, just take a scan around real quick. You got the camera there. You can see, for those of you who have been in this restaurant and seen this place and maybe driven by it and of course come to it over the last 3.5 decades, there are two people who are behind this amazing establishment here. Say hello to Matthew and Brenda.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Guys, okay, let's talk about this. Let's tear the Band-Aid off. Final weekend is this coming weekend. What is the closing? The final day will be, Brenda. When will that be?
That will be Sunday, and we'll be here till 2:00.
Excellent. And opening at what time on Sunday?
8:00.
Okay, and the rest of the hours for this weekend?
Friday, 8 to 8. We do a Friday night fish fry. We'll have live music on the stage. Saturday's in question, depending on how long the food for that day lasts. So we'll either close at 2 or we'll stay open till 8. It's a question mark there. And then Sunday, 8 to 2.
And that will be a wrap on what is a legacy business here in Cochise County. Now, Matthew, we were talking before we started rolling here. You've been in the restaurant industry since when?
I was 15. Now I'm 73.
I can't do that math off the top of my head, but we'll let people let us know in the post description here in the comment section. But 15 years old, what was it about the restaurant industry that just let you stay in or kept you going?
Well, I needed a job, number one. And once I got working in restaurants, I liked it. I liked the environment. I like people, I like dishing it out. That's what I do.
Excellent.
He does dish it out. That's true.
Food and so much more. No. So
don't start. It's like my daughter said, I like this guy. Be nice to him. And I said, sweetheart, I'll be nice until he starts it. But if he starts it, gloves are off.
That's right.
That's right.
It's on. It's on. No, there's nothing but love here. And we know that the community loves this place. Talk about what, you started in Sizzler, right? Was where you started your restaurant adventure.
In Salt Lake City, Sizzler Family Steakhouses, yeah.
Amazing.
And then I went to Idaho and worked for the government for 7 years.
Okay.
I couldn't do government work. That's too.
Yeah.
And then I left Idaho, went back to Utah. The economy in Utah wasn't real good.
We ended up in Phoenix.
Moved to Phoenix.
What year was that?
84.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, moved to Phoenix in 84. And I didn't want to go back into restaurants because at the time, managers don't make any money. They make a lot of hours, but they don't make any money. So I worked construction for a little while. Wow. And Phoenix is not the place to work construction.
He says, I'll go back to restaurants. Thank you very much.
Because it's indoor and air conditioned. Let's do it.
So I applied for a management position at Church's Fried Chicken in Phoenix. And I got hired. Then they sent me to their management development center where you learn everything you need to know about running a Church's restaurant. Paperwork, all of it. So I graduated out of that. Went back to Phoenix, and my boss said, where do you want to go? And I said, well, I know I can't eliminate crime and drugs and gangs, but I can control how much is around me. So if you got a small town somewhere,
because our kids were getting to the age where grade school was coming, and, the older they got, we wanted them out of Phoenix.
And he said to me, well, Matthew, we have a store in Sierra Vista. And I said, where the hell is Sierra Vista? Come on, He says,
where in California is that?
He says, down on the Mexican border. And I said, come on, Bill. I want my family to move to the Mexican border? Nuh-uh. And he said, Matthew, get the wife, the kids, jump in your car, go down, rent a motel. We'll pick up all the expenses, spend a couple of days, come back and let us know. And
the rest is history.
Yeah, we
yeah.
drove down and just
So he managed
place.
Church's Chicken for about 2 years, And he always said when we met, I want my own little cafe. His dad had one and he wanted one. And so I went into the trading post with the lady that was running it then and talked her into giving me her books so we could look over the books. Long story short, we thought if we tightened our belt and really did it right, we could at least live off of what we made over there. We were there for not quite a year before we outgrew that and moved over here.
And what year was that when you came
to
this location?
We moved into this building in 91.
Wow.
We were in the trading post in 90. And every day, it took us 3 months to get this open. And we'd come to work, and out front there'd be boxes of pots and pans and old plates and bags of silverware and chairs lined up against the building, some tables. The community was like, come on, let's get this going. They wanted it.
This was by popular demand.
It was.
To be able to make that move and expand. Yeah. And once you come in here in 1991, the doors open. What was that like, the response from the community?
It was great. It was great. We had one of the community members, I won't say names because I probably shouldn't without their permission, but we had one rancher come in every month and write us a check. I say, why are you doing this? I mean, I appreciated it. Of course. We had them all paid back by the first year.
Wow.
He says, we want to see you succeed. So they helped us in many, many ways.
He went to Mexico and bought all of our equipment.
He went down.
The grill, the fryer, the mop sink, the hand sink.
The grease trap, the cash register. Yeah.
I mean, with community support like that, it's almost like, it's not that you can't fail because restaurants, that's where I want to talk about the secret of the restaurant business. What have you learned over the course of this 35 years that other people just aren't able to understand, or maybe just the average person like me who's not a restaurateur but understands those horrifying statistics about restaurants going out of business?
I feel like you cannot go in there and expect to make money right away. What you have to do is create relationships. We donated the cafe for many things, after funeral parties, wedding parties, baby showers, and we never charged. We let the community have their alliance meetings in here. And as part of the community, we just donated. It's theirs. I mean, they supported us. And so we gave back in any way we could that way. And I mean, you can run any business, but if you don't create community with your customers and a relationship, I think that it would be really difficult to just walk in and
it helps if you like what you're doing.
Yeah, that's
and I
true.
like what I do.
Yeah,
I'd never done it before.
Really, this was
it was my first.
You weren't in the restaurant side. I mean, you let Matthew handle it all, huh?
Well, I ended up handling. He handled the kitchen.
Yeah,
and I handled the bills and the money and the employees and all of the stuff on this side of the wall.
Sure.
See, two people can't keep books, so I said, honey, if I need it, I'm going to go get it. You pay for it. She said, okay.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. And 35 years later, the success story of this place, it does have a lot to do with community. We know that there are incredible legacy restaurants that are in Cochise County.
Yeah.
And we're blessed to have that many. And we love the new ones. I love the new chains that come to town. I'm glad that there's choices that people have.
Right.
But knowing that there's legacy, mom and pop, small business restaurants that have been around for over 3 decades.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
We only have a couple of simple rules. Number one, if you won't eat it, don't serve it. Because I got big guys come in here and they might make you eat it. So you want to make sure it's edible.
True.
And you want to be pleasant, cordial. You want to be able to relate to everyone that comes in. The more names you remember, the better off you are.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely. That's great advice.
There was a time when we probably knew 80% of the people that came in here by the first day.
Wow.
And now we're feeding their grandkids.
Yeah, great.
They're the third generations are coming in now as parents with babies,
How special is that to know that it's literally been generations of people who have enjoyed this? They say a generation is 20 years, but I mean, you could have started early in 1991 with that first and second generation. Now it's the third and fourth, 35 years later.
Yeah.
Correct.
Our great grandson is the oldest one. He's almost big enough to reach the dishes. Not quite, but we had 3 generations in here.
At one time,
Our
working.
son Justin worked for a little while in here, and then he went in the Navy, and he's busy on his own. And our daughter Gina has been with us from pretty much day one.
Wow.
She's my right hand girl. So kudos to Gina.
So a true family affair that this
yeah.
is. I mean, it's not just
Yeah.
a community gathering spot, but it does take an entire family to be able to do this. It's someone you should know with Jeff Davenport talking here to Brenda and Matthew Pratt about this incredible journey of Morningstar Cafe. Where'd that name come from, Morningstar Cafe?
The community named it. Let me tell you a story. Can I tell you a quick one?
That's why we're here.
A quick one.
No
That
worries.
trading post over there, back in the 1990, well, it's when we were there, had the great big tall 7-Up sign stuck way up in the sky.
If you remember that, leave some love in the live chat. If you remember that 7-Up sign.
Yeah, because it was there. And when he got the first coffee pot full and hot, he'd flip that sign on, and the ranchers and everybody in the area would see it light up at dark 30 in the morning, and they knew they could come in for coffee. We didn't open until 6, but you're always welcome to come in hours before if the coffee's on. So every morning that light went on. So when we came over here, it was like, Matthew's Kitchen, how does that sound? Well, I don't know. And they're like, why are you even asking that question? You've been our morning star for the past year.
Wow.
With that 7-Up sign. And so we've been the community's morning star. So it has nothing to do with what you would think it has to do with, but yeah. So we went with that.
That's amazing. And, well, obviously it worked, but I mean, that's incredible. People, there are companies that pay millions of dollars to ad firms to try to come up with campaigns or names and brands, but the community branded yours.
The community did it. They named it, and they helped us all along the way.
Yeah, through COVID.
Through COVID, everything.
Let's talk about that. I mean, the highs and lows of 3.5 decades. I mean, you've seen recessions. You've seen great times in this area here, high times as well as very difficult times. Of course, 5 years ago, as the world shut down, what was that process like for you guys here?
It was difficult. I was afraid for Matthew because he's older, So we did close for a little while. But then we decided, all right, let's do it outside. So we took every chair and table and we just filled the outdoor. That's why we have that little cover out there now. Yeah. So we served outside and survived it somehow. It was...
Yeah. But it actually started with just this one room.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all it was, because there was a beauty shop there and a church next to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
the beauty shop went away.
The beauty shop went away. And we expanded that way, of course, because we needed the seating. And then Brenda has a group that comes in. She's a part of a musical group, Sugar Beats. And
there's a lot of different bands, but yeah.
And they would perform over here against that front wall. And we came in after the church had to leave because the county said, you got too many people. They
needed a bigger space. Yeah.
So they said, okay, that's okay, fine.
What are we going to do with that? Should we rent it out? Should we use it?
Right.
What
do we do? And she said, well, I don't know. And I said, well, why don't I just build you a stage in the corridor?
The next day, I was over there with a hammer knocking down the opposite side of the wall, leaving this side intact. I had that whole wall gone.
Oh, my
Finally,
goodness.
Matthew said, all right, kids, Grandma's serious. At that time, our grandson,
the construction
Patrick,
foreman right here, the forewoman right here.
I said, what do you want? She said, this is what I want, so this is what we built.
Yep.
So, that's why we get stage.
And the music really gave us a different
well, we served alcohol back then, too,
Yeah, we had a liquor license.
Yeah. And one of the most popular bands in Cochise County would come in. Rowdy Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he was here many times.
Rowdy Johnson, the Sonoran Dogs, Sugar Beat. Oh, there's many.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a who's who of the greatest bands in this area. People forget that our area does have great music.
Yeah.
Remember Blind Joe from...
he was on The Voice. Blind Joe was
He actually was in here,
He
too.
was on our stage.
What?
Yeah. yeah. Rowdy Johnson brought him with him.
Okay.
And in the middle of it all, in their country,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
all of a sudden Blind Joe kicks out with this rap song that I'm like, and the kids, they all knew it, you know. And he got the biggest standing applause and everything. All of our, because we have a older group of people that like
Sure.
to come and listen to the music, and he hit it off with that rap song too. It was fun.
So much fun, so
Yeah.
much history. The legacy here, it goes without saying. That is someone you should know with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group. When comes the time where you say, hey, we're going to start cutting the hours back?
Oh, we did that probably 3 years ago. We started cutting back. We stopped Wednesdays. So we had
Actually-
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Actually, for the first 2 years we were open from 6 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, 7 days a week. We did
And
that
we
for-
were on a Friday night bowling league of all things.
and we did that for 2 years. And
Yeah.
you know, we're from the north where there's actually water in the river and stuff, you know. I used to be a big hunter and fisher person, so I told Brenda, I said, look, I got to get away. I got to go fishing. And July was always the slowest month. So I said, all right, we'll just close up the first 2 weeks of July and go away. So we put a big sign on the front door.
Gone fishing.
Gone fishing. Spent 2 weeks, had a good time. Came back, everyone no matter how many fish we caught, you know. So we went through the rest of that year and we decided, okay, that didn't hurt us. So we'll close up for 2 weeks in July every year.
Yeah.
Well, the second year that we closed up in July, I gone on vacation. And boy,
do
did
that.
I hear it. You don't go on vacation. I said,
Yeah. How dare you take
Yeah.
a vacation?
it's okay to go fishing, but don't say. So whenever we're closed now, I've gone fishing.
That's
yeah.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
No vacation. It's all fishing.
It's all fishing, Joe.
Matthew's just out
Yeah.
reeling it in.
Yeah.
So you make that
Oh.
choice, you know, a couple years ago to start cutting back and kind
Yeah.
of preparing for this moment.
This moment, yeah.
It is the
Yeah.
final weekend here.
Yeah.
What is it that you're most looking forward to on this final weekend? Just is it seeing the people, you know, one
Seeing
last
the
time?
people one last time. I got so emotional last weekend that because I'm, you know, everybody that walks in, I want to personally tell them, you know, we're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matthew.
This is tough. It's tough to think about. I mean, you know, again, 35 years of your life invested in this community.
Yeah, but it's been that quick. You know, just
Just a
bam.
blink of an eye.
Yeah,
Wow.
hard to keep them together.
So, yeah, so that's what we did last weekend, just kind of easing everybody into it. And for, what, a year, 2 years, we've been saying we're practicing retirement, you know, because we went to 3 days a week.
Yeah.
You know, and, yeah, so it's kind of hard.
See, when we first
know.
opened, the daughter and our grandson said, we'll just go with this after you retire.
Yeah.
I said, that's what you want to do? Well, kids grow up and move on. So, you know.
Yeah.
And then
There's the
COVID
question.
hit.
It's like, okay, well, this was a
Yeah.
family thing. Is
Right.
it? Was there just no one else to come and kind of carry it on, or?
They would have, but I think COVID opened their eyes a little bit to what kind of obstacles could be in the road.
Yeah.
And they changed their mind. And I don't, you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's, you know, we want the kids to do what they want to do.
I love how understanding
And-
you are about that fact as well.
Well, yeah. And, I mean, this was our dream, his dream, and then my dream.
Yeah.
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 Remember sitting
So-
right here one day and we had one table right here.
Right under the fan. We
Yeah,
called it the
Brenda
fan
said-
table.
Do you think we'll ever have our groceries delivered from a big truck? Because at the time we were going to the store 3 times a week,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, buying.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, honey, one day.
Yeah, that happened.
What do you know? You guys predicted it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You saw the future.
you
Yeah.
have good food, good service, good place to go, proper atmosphere, you know. Can't go wrong.
And
Yeah.
this, and you can never go wrong at Morningstar Cafe. And it is the end of a legacy.
It is,
But
but
what's the next chapter? What's the next
Well,
chapter for Matthew and Brenda? Everybody
We're-
wants to know that
We're
too.
hoping that somebody comes along and wants to grab the baton and run with it. I would love for somebody to open this up because the community needs one of these.
Yeah.
You know, so that's our goal. I'm going to leave it the way it is. We'll put a sign out and hopefully it leases out. But Matthew's going to spend time in his yard.
Are you going to go fishing at all, Matthew?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. If I remember how. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with the spatula. I don't know about a rod and reel.
But being able to find that next chapter, I mean, practicing retirement, as you said, which is a great way to put it.
Right.
And now knowing that, hey, this weekend you'll get to see these faces, all these thousands and thousands of people who are watching right now who've been a part of the Morningstar Cafe family. What do you have to say to them for the last
Thank you. We love you. Hopefully we see you around town. I'm going to go find a part-time job just so I can still see everybody, hopefully, you know, meet new faces and
But while he's working in the yard.
while he's working in the yard.
It's not work, it's therapy.
It is,
Okay.
yeah.
No, that's a great way to look at it too. I mean, being able to see it that way. But all I have to do is I know that people right now, as they're watching this, they're saying, thank you. This has been their gathering space here in between uptown from Bisbee, downtown from Sierra Vista, in the middle of Hereford or Palominas. We're not sure which one.
We're in Palominas.
We're in beautiful downtown Palominas.
That's right.
Or uptown Palominas.
Right. I mean, you know, thinking about legacy businesses, we're so grateful that you guys took that risk 35 years ago and made that choice and then had the support of the community for 35 years to keep the dream alive.
Yeah.
And it would last longer if, you know.
If we were younger, we'd keep going.
Of course.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to be younger when you've already spent 35 years doing this.
Don't have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning anymore.
Hey, I bet you still will. You know, you look like the kind of guy who's like, I can't sleep in past 4. You know,
we joke, we have a little fence between, we live right behind the building and there's a little fence back there. Everybody says, we're going to see you and Matthew both bobbing into that fence every morning, trying to.
No, I'm at peace with our decision.
Good.
Me too.
It's going to be emotional and it's going to be, you know, a piece of me will always be here.
Of course.
You know, and like I said, I can't thank the community enough because without them, we're nothing.
Well, and that is their thank you to you. But now is your chance to say thank you to Matthew and thank you to Brenda for 35 years of serving this community through the Morningstar Cafe, their final weekend being open. Give us those hours again one more time, Brenda.
8 to 8 on Friday, 8 to 2 or 8 on Saturday, and 8 to 2 on Sunday.
Make your plans now. Come on out. While supplies last.
While supplies last. Yeah, we got to run out of food or, you know.
Exactly. Help them run out of food. Make sure you come out here this weekend and stop by one last time to see these wonderful folks and wish them well in the next chapter. And like Brenda said, they're not going anywhere. They might be going fishing. They might be working in their yard. They might be finding another job, you know, something part-time just to stay in the community. So it's not like they're disappearing anywhere. They're still going to be here. But this is your chance to see them here at Morningstar Cafe. And if you are interested, maybe someone's out there watching this right now who says, you know, I've been thinking about, I've been asking myself, where the hell is Sierra Vista? No. But maybe, but maybe someone wants to do that. How would they get in touch? Or would they contact you or talk to you this week?
They can call me. They can talk to me. I will refer them to the realtor, though. We are under contract.
Okay.
But we have reduced it. I know what it can afford, and I've priced it accordingly.
Great. Well, and if you're interested, make sure you contact Brenda about that, and she'll get you in touch with the right people. Guys, this has been an absolute joy to kind of go down memory lane. I know this is just literally the tip of the iceberg. How can you touch 35 years in a short interview like this, a kind of a little podcast-style interview here?
But we appreciate it.
Oh, no, and I know that all these people watching, they appreciate you as well. Just wait until you see, because this is going to get shared. This is going to get tagged. People right now, you're going to be tagging all your friends and all your family that you spent time with here at Morningstar. For those who remember the 7-Up sign lit up the Morningstar of this area right here on Highway 92. We know that you're commenting, and we can't thank you enough for what you guys have done with this amazing space and creating this community space for 3.5 decades. No, thank you guys. Much love and all the best in every single step forward, and all the best for this final weekend. And we know that everybody out there is wishing you the exact same thing. enjoying. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's Matthew, it's Brenda. They are someone you should know. Brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group. Sierra Vista, Hereford, Palominas is backed by Morse. Make sure you stop by this weekend. Morningstar Cafe's final weekend here in Hereford, Palominas. Stop on by. Beautiful downtown Palominas.
That's right.
And you will enjoy the best meal possible on their final weekend here. Shake their hands, give them a hug, and wish them all the best. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing. And again, thank you for tagging all your friends and family who you've enjoyed a great meal with here at the Morningstar Cafe over the last 35 years. Have a great day, everybody. We'll check in with you again later on.
Thanks again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
guys
you.
so much.
That was
Absolutely
wonderful.